going to take you through another project for using Subprocess standard library, and this project is going to be for compressing a file and also decompressing a file. So let's go and see if that is able to do this Subprocess standard library to do that or not. Okay, so I'm going to create a new file. This one is going to be, what should I name this? Compression and decompression file, okay, .py, something like this. It's just a name, okay, but while you work on real project, make sure that you use some understandable name for your files. Okay, so first let's import this Subprocess. In here, inside this, we are going to create two methods. Okay, one of them is going to be for compressing the files, another one is going to be for decompressing the files. So let's go div compress underscore file. So here we need the file path. Okay, and in this method, I'm going to use Subprocess to execute a command called tar or tar to compress the file. Okay, first let's use the try, and here I'm going to use subprocess.run, and let's run the command that we need. Okay, the command is tar, and also we need another option too, which is for compressing. Okay, it is called ZIP and UNZIP. And also let's say add name of the file. Okay, it's gonna be, I'm going to name this compressed.tar.gz. okay, this is for Linux type. Okay, file compressed. For Windows, it's going to be just a zip file or RAR file. Okay, so here let's add the file path, and after that we need to use check, which is equal to true. Okay, so when this is executed, we need to print a statement here. So this one is going to be compression successful, and also let's add another text here, compressed files, and then name of that file. The name of the file, we know that it is compressed.tar.gz. so this one is for maybe the compression had happened successfully, so this will be executed up to here. And also if there is some kind of except some error, then we can use subprocess dot, there is an error, okay, that is called subprocess error as which is error. Okay, I'm going to alias this and give a name to this, and after that I'm going to say that compression failed this time. Okay, so failed, and also an error occurred. And what is the error? So here we need to provide the error, which is e.stderr. This is this one is also part of the subprocess that will give you name of the error. Okay, this function is finished. Now it is time to go for another function. This function is going to be decompress. Okay, decompress file, and we need to provide an archive path here. Okay, it's just a name. Okay, it's also for path for the file. Okay, so it's also the same as the other one. We're going to use a try here, and in here I'm going to use subprocess.run, and also here let's use tar, and this time I'm going to use xzip. Okay, this will extract that, okay, or decompress that. and then provide the archive path. Okay, and also here we need to provide a check which is equal to true. So, and also I'm going to print a statement here too. This one is going to be decompression successful, and also files extracted, okay, from, let's say that from archive path. Okay, this will print the path for that. So this is about the try, and also we need to go with exception. This one is going to be the subprocess dot called process error, alias this as E, and here I'm going to just give the error. Okay, this one is going to be decompression failed, okay, because of some error. And also I can say that an error occurred. So here just provide that e dot std error. Perfect. Now this part is finished, okay, but now I can just run it, okay, and it will be happen successfully. But still there is thing that we can do. I'm going to make this a little different, okay. I'm going to, whenever someone run this project, I want to give them two options that select, do you want to compress a file or do you want to decompress a file, and then provide name of the file or path for the file that you want to compress or decompress. Okay, so I want to give them more option. So today I will show you that too, how we can do this. So I'm going to create a function called main here. So let's go with print statement, and in here I'm going to use options. So the options is going to be, okay, the first option is for compression. So let's use compress a file. This is the first option, okay. So I will use Control C and then Control V here to change this to number 2, and this one for decompress, okay, decompress an archive. So an archive, okay. So now we have these two, and it is time to give them a choice. So let's go with choice. The choice is equal to input. So here let's ask him that enter your choice. So the choice is going to be 1 out of 2, okay, maybe 1, maybe 2. And down here I can check, maybe it's 1, maybe it's 2, okay. So if the choice is equal to 1, then we can go with file to compress. It is equal to input, and in here I'm going to ask him to enter the path of the file to compress. Perfect. And then I can call the function that is called compress file, okay. I can call this function and then give the compress file to compress. So that is just it, okay. And also there is another option, okay, that's the second one, and this one is going to be elif the choice is equal to number 2, then we can handle it here. So this one is going to be what is it going to be? It's going to be archive to decompress, okay. So it's going to be equal to input, and here provide the text. So it's going to be enter the path of the archive to decompress. So let's call the decompress file function, and here just provide the archive to decompress, okay. And maybe there is some other option. When there is some other option, we can print another statement like invalid choice, okay. invalid choice, and let's tell them that please enter 1 or 2. Okay, so when that is done, we can come over here or down here and we can call that like this. Okay, and then we can just use main and save it. So when you save this file and then go to a new terminal, and here I'm going to use Python, it's gonna be compress and decompress file.py, and then hit enter. So it is giving me two options. Okay, the first one is compress a file, the other one is decompress a file. I'm going to select one to compress a file. For example, I wanna compress, let's go with this file. Okay, I'm going to copy its path and then paste it here and hit enter. You see that compress successfully happened, and then compress file, this one, okay, that is here. And this time I'm going to decompress this. Okay, I'm going to just copy the path for the compressed file and I'm going to run it again. Okay, this time I select 2 and then I am going to paste that and hit enter. You see that the file had been decompressed and the file is here with all its content and data. What if I provide something else? For example, 3. When I hit enter, it is telling me that invalid choice, please enter 1 or 2. So it is how we can use this subprocess within our project. Okay.